Gotta go fast, fellow armchair Imagineers. Tiki here.
Hey, all you radical gamers, Joker's Wild here, bringing you the top. I don't know.
Welcome to the show that comes with guaranteed creativity and a forecast of inspiration. It's time to grab our umbrellas and head to the dry erase board for some Ridestormin. All right, Jokers. Tonight we have a subject suggested to us by Theme Park Priest. It is Sonic the Hedgehog. Just anything Sonic. I believe he specifically said Sonic the Hedgehog land, right?
I don't know because I'm just going off of what you told me, and you told me a Sonic the Hedgehog land.
All right, so I kind of meant it took it to mean anything.
Yeah, I mean,
what we did, we went back to the Nintendo and Genesis Sega rivalry, and essentially Super Nintendo World is a big kind of like step up for Universal. You've been there yourself, right? You can attest to that.
Yeah. Super Nintendo World's definitely very interesting, very different for Universal. Yeah.
So with that in mind, we decided to have a challenger come up to the plate to challenge Super Nintendo World. And in this hypothetical situation, Disney has gotten their hands on the... I forgot. Theme Park Priest is in the comments. He says he forgot if he requested a ride or a land. I'm pretty sure it was a land, but I don't know. You could go back and fact check me if you want.
Yeah.
Disney has Sonic. And Jokers, where did we decide to place the Sonic ride?
You decided to place it in the Animal Kingdom.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get this started. One of the things that I found very interesting about the brainstorming process for this is that I feel like very naturally, like not in a way that like we wanted to avoid it, but just kind of like naturally based on the IP, I feel like kinetic flat rides, theme dining, and an anchor coaster experience are the three things that sort of blended this land together into what it is.
Yeah. And it's pretty unique. I would say it's pretty unique, but it makes sense for Sonic being with it. Like Sonic's really about the kinetics, and it's kind of hard to do a slow dark ride and make it feel like Sonic.
Totally.
So I think a coaster is definitely the best way to go for an anchor. And then Sonic is very famous for all his weird side mini games.
Yes, and that's kind of like the big thing that I'm really excited to get into, because I think we have some deep pools that could actually make for some good theme park material.
Absolutely.
All right, where do you want to start? I'm gonna give you the max. The map. It's a max map.
The max goof.
That's what I'm talking about. It's Goofy movie. It's Goofy movie, Jokers, and you have the map. You get to decide the route. You know everything that we're doing. Where do you want to start first, my friend?
I want to start at the Country Bears ripoff, where it's all the Gophers.
Oh God! If only one day that was an actual Disney park ride, I could totally get behind that. We should establish that this is it's going to be called Green Hill Zone.
I was just going to say that. Yeah, we should start with the overview.
Let's start with the basics. Let's start with Green Hill Zone. A whole bunch of kinetic energy. I'm thinking much like the game, a bunch of water features, waterfalls and such.
Yes.
Honestly, I have always pictured for this land way back before it was even suggested for this show, because I'm a nerd. I have ideas about stuff like this. I don't know what to tell you. I always envision the kind of like big weenie, the big icon of this land to be just a big full scale freaking loop.
Yeah.
And the hillside.
Yeah, and that sounds really great. I don't know if we actually discussed it, but I would say that aesthetically it would be pretty close to Sonic 1.
I think so. I'm totally down for that.
Or maybe at the very least, like Sonic Generations. But even
so, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like the actual land itself, like the green hill of it all, is like very much Sonic 1, very much like Green Hill Zone Act 1.
But the content's kind of everything.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I would argue that on the Eggman side of things, that's when we get into kind of some weird territory. There's definitely some Sonic Adventure influences here.
Yeah, no, that's exactly. Yeah.
So I think I think we've made something that's pretty unique. Now,
yeah, it's a
we
really
never
good
really
mix.
discussed this, but you know what? The fun of Ridestormin is that basically we have a list of bullet points to go over.
Yes.
But we don't really, we're freewheeling it as far as putting the thing together. So we never really discussed location within Animal Kingdom.
No, we didn't. I think the most sense makes. I think the area
most
where
sense
Nemo
makes.
is. Yeah, I think the area where Nemo is makes the most sense. I'm not sure if there's any other expansion plots. Maybe Planet Watch.
Would there possibly be a way to? Because I don't think Nemo is a big enough space.
Well, I think there's a plot around it.
Is there? Is there?
I think. I'm just going off memory.
Okay. Okay. If there is, then yeah, for sure.
I think there's also space just below Dinosaur.
But it's called Chester and Hester's Dinorama.
No. I mean, like directly opposite of Dinosaur.
Oh, okay.
Like
okay.
Behind
I'm just saying, if you want to just totally evaporate Dinorama, I'm honestly kind of okay with that.
But I like Chester and Hester. Maybe
I know you do.
I guess.
I think there's ways to do Dino Institute on a smaller scale and still have it be really cool and not have Chester and Hester.
I still want to finish my Chester and Hester project. I just haven't. So someday. But anyway, there's a few plots.
What do you think of taking the train to the land?
I think that's too much.
I agree. I just wanted to throw it out there.
It's a nice idea, but I don't think people are gonna want to board a train to go to Green Hill Zone.
All right, so yeah, I'm kind of thinking this hypothetical plot of land around Dinosaur and the Nemo Theater getting absorbed. Yeah, I'm liking that. I'm feeling that.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about our anchor, shall we? I'm ripping that map right out of your hands, Mister.
Yeah, no. I think that's where I was going to go next. Anyway,
okay, cool, cool.
Hey, we're right on the same page. I'm very proud of you.
So I have thought long and hard about this. This is something that's been in my mind for quite a few years. You and I, we are both coaster enthusiasts. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
So you and I, we know our coasters. So what ride systems from different manufacturers, and this is the unique part of this ride, is that it's not even something like Dueling Dragons where it's technically different layouts, but it's very, it's still two B&M inverted coasters. No, we have two entirely different ride systems from two entirely different manufacturers. So why don't you tell the folks behind door number 1, the Sonic coaster?
Yeah, so the Sonic coaster is going to be a premiere launch.
Yes. Would you like to name some examples of premiere launch coasters?
Oh God, what are examples of premiere launch coasters?
Full Throttle.
Oh yeah.
Max Force at Six Flags Great America. Of course, the Skyrockets.
Yes.
So Superman Ultimate Flight at Discovery Kingdom, Tigress at Busch Gardens, Electric Eel at SeaWorld San Diego, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So I feel like the Sonic side of things, honestly, if you go on Full Throttle, I know that the theme is literally just like #YOLO coaster, but it does have a pretty good show scene with that launch tunnel where you have like the Pink Floyd song playing and the anticipation of the launch.
What Pink Floyd song?
Welcome to the Machine.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that's really funny.
Yeah,
that's perfect.
You go in there and it just starts playing.
That's so good.
And then it just blasts you up over the loop, like over the top hat.
Yeah. It's funny.
So behind door number 2,
yeah.
What do we have for the Knuckles side of things?
The Knuckles coaster is going to be a B&M dive, and to be preemptive, an example of a B&M dive is Griffin at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg.
Indeed, other examples are Val Ravon at Cedar Point. Let's see, of course, the very, very newly opened, like brand new Emperor at SeaWorld San Diego.
Oh, is that a dive? I didn't look into
Yeah, that's
it.
a B&M dive.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's Oblivion.
That is going to
Alton
be
Towers.
the thing that gets me to San Diego.
I mean, San Diego's a nice park. Just go to SeaWorld for a day and then go to Old
Well, the
Town
appeal of
Zoo.
San Diego is that it's actually like one of the few cities where I'm like, yeah, I could see myself just exploring the city, you know?
The city's fantastic.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is.
It can be a little sketchy, but it's a cool city.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I totally got off track with that San Diego talk.
It's okay. It was a really good conversation.
You're darn right. Okay, so the B&M dive. Also, I'm trying to think of Shikra at Busch Gardens.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Also, I believe Oblivion at Alton Towers.
I said that and you talked over me, but it's there if you go back.
Okay, I believe you. Okay, so what I like about the B&M dive versus the Sonic the Hedgehog, can you guide the people through this? Basically, the first encounter that the trains would have with each other.
Yeah. So on the Knuckles side, you go up the lift because it's a B&M dive, and then you would hang over, and then as you dive, it would line up just over the launch. So as the Knuckles coaster dives into that big drop, the Sonic coaster makes its first launch across that drop.
And basically what we would have to do here is we would have to have like a big series of block breaks and stuff like that to ensure that the timing of this is perfect, because as a big coaster nerd, it's like this is one of those things where it's like Twisted Colossus, like sure you can enjoy it, like you can enjoy it just going through those two sides, but with this I feel like the big sell, the big appeal, they are both definitely going to be good coasters on their own and good terrain coasters with a theme setting and everything. That's all well and good. But the interactions, I think, are what really matters here.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. And I mean, getting that blocking is pretty easy for at least the first one, because the cars literally stop at the top of the drop and the dive.
Exactly. Yeah. So and of course, Knuckles being the character that kind of like climbs up walls. That's literally like the big takeaway for the B&M dive.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
We have Ellie B in the comments. She says, "Whoa, I gotta go fast." Indeed. Okay, so let's see. Are there going to be any sort of dark ride elements at all in here? I feel like no, really?
No, because remember we were talking about throwing them all in the queue.
Okay. With that in mind, why don't you talk about some stuff that maybe would be in the queue for both?
Yeah. So obviously the queue would be split. I think I have more solid ideas for the Knuckles side, but we were talking about putting it in one of those like Mayan temples that they have in Sonic Adventure 1. I would think that the ride would focus around the Chaos Emeralds. So probably like setup and mythology about those, which you could show through motifs on the wall or whatever, or stuff like that. I don't know if we want any characters in the queue.
I think we got to have at least one animatronic of Sonic and Knuckles that you have to go through. I feel like just one, like a Hondo or something, you know?
Yeah, maybe references to that girl echidna whose name I forget because I don't care enough about Sonic.
Neither of us are big Sonic super fans. Like I have mad nostalgia for the original, like. I not even the originals. I feel like a lot of people in our age demographic have nostalgia specifically for the GameCube Sonic Mega Collection Plus.
Yeah, I had one of them. I don't think I had the one that had Adventure. But I played a lot of Sonic Heroes. I owned Sonic 06 when it first came out because I was 12 and stupid. But most of my Sonic knowledge comes from genuinely. It comes from me looking at a lot of cringe culture on the internet. So I have a fair amount of Sonic knowledge, even though I haven't. Like, I've played most of the games. I would say I've played most of the games. And I enjoy Sonic, but I wouldn't call myself a huge fan.
I will say Sonic Frontiers, I am very cautiously optimistic.
Oh, I forgot about that. I'm
very
super
cautiously optimistic about that.
I hope it's really good.
I hope so too. I
really
think
liked.
I think the premise is amazing.
I really like Generations, and I was hoping that Colors would have been good, but the port ended up being really bad.
Indeed.
Yeah.
All right.
But anyway.
So then, are there any other? Okay, so the Mayan Temples totally works well for Knuckles. I will throw the Marble Zone for the Sonic side of things.
Oh yeah, that could work pretty well.
Because I feel like it'd be a good contrast, right?
Yeah, no, I agree. The only thing that
and,
might be
like both of them
interesting.
will be like kind of like ruins on the outskirts of Green Hill Zone.
Yeah, the only thing that might be interesting is like where to place the entrances. I don't know if we want to like put them together or if we want to keep them kind of separate to help with.
I feel like we should keep them kind of separate because at the core they are, even though the overall thing is going to be marketed as Sonic versus Knuckles, I do think they like more so than most dueling coasters that exist. I think I think these should be emphasized as individual attractions in their own right.
Maybe we could do something kind of like Yoshi at Super Nintendo World, where like we have a big sign that says like Sonic versus Knuckles, and then two entrances that go into a cave and split off immediately, and then come outside in their respective ruins. Just because like I like keeping it separate, but I also feel weird about keeping it separate because that could be kind of confusing.
You really think so? Because I'm just saying like the two.
I only say that because they're under the same umbrella.
Okay, but I'm saying, like, what if you have, like, a big plaza, right? Like, a big entrance plaza?
Yeah.
And, yeah, they are under the same umbrella, but they're such different ride experiences.
And we wouldn't be able to have a Knuckles versus Sonic sign if they're too far apart.
Let me throw this at you.
Yeah.
What if instead of a full-blown sign, the attraction will just be listed as Sonic versus Knuckles, but there won't be any signage at all. There will just be a statue, like a big statue, giant statue of Sonic and Knuckles fighting. And then on one side, it'll be like blue. And then on the other side, it'll be red.
I mean, that could work. I'd still rather a sign, but I think that's a solution, you know?
I'm just saying, like, with the Marble Zone, we would be more kind of like, you know, blues and teals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then on the Knuckles side of things, it would be, and maybe, like, the sides would correspond to the sides that the statues are on.
No, I get you. That could work.
Do you have, and yeah, I fully, absolutely 100% think that it's Rouge the Bat, right?
What about Rouge the Bat? Yeah. That's her name. That's her name.
That's her name. Okay, and she's like kind of like a character that often appears with Knuckles, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm thinking that in the queue there should be one scene each.
Oh wait, no, Rouge appears with I almost said Blatchu with oh my god, I can't, the Shadow, Jesus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad you clarified that, or else the Sonic fans would absolutely eat us alive. Thank God.
You're right. They would all descend.
Oh my God. All right. Who would be a good character to pair up with Knuckles in the same way that we would pair Tails up with Sonic?
I don't know if they're, well, they have Knuckles Chaostix, so you could put him up with SBO or like that croc, that alligator. I don't know. Let me Sonic Knuckles partner.
Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe we don't need Tails to be there.
No, you don't need Tails. I would say just do Sonic and Knuckles.
Okay.
Because yeah, like literally I'm looking up yeah, it's giving me stuff for Chaostix. There's like Julie Sue the Echidna, Shade the Echidna. And then, like Vector the Crocodile, SBO and Charmy. Cream? Say that again?
Cream.
Who's Cream? Give me a second. It's the big rabbit, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, the little rabbit. Yeah.
Yes.
No, she's usually with Amy, I think.
But doesn't she have something to do with the chaotics?
I don't think so.
Let's just cut this. Let's just nip this in the bud right now because this is not good podcasting.
Well, no, I mean it's an interesting conversation.
No. I don't want to get lost in the minutia of Sonic.
No, that's fair. According
details.
to Naruto, Bleach, and SonicFandom.com, Kareem is not a part of Chaotix.
That's totally fair.
And has no affiliation.
All right.
Yeah.
So I think with that in mind, we should just have one Sonic animatronic in the queue and one Knuckles animatronic in the queue. Yeah. And you need to go on both attractions to see both the animatronics. That's another total incentive to do so.
Yeah.
Anything else? I feel like this attraction kind of writes itself. Of course, like I said, the big weenie would be the, when they go into the loop.
Yeah, we were talking about that. We were also talking about it. Not really dueling, but having it interact.
Yes,
I think
I absolutely don't think it should be one of those situations where the tracks are side by side the whole time.
Yeah, I think an interesting way to do that is to have it start dueling and then turn into interactions.
Well, I think the way that the ride is set up, it's not going to start with dueling. It's going to start with the interaction.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like that first drop that we have is sort of like a first clash. And then it duels a little bit and then turns into interaction, which I think would make sense for the characters.
Okay, that could work. That could work.
Yeah. But anyway, it's irrelevant because it's a coaster and we can't really describe a coaster.
Kind of like a Six Flags Fiesta Texas style quarry wall drop.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the loop. I want to emphasize again, the loop is like the big wow moment. Maybe. What would be cool is if they hit the loop coming from different directions.
Yeah.
I think that'd be super disorientating.
No, I agree. I think that'd be really cool.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like that's about it for the Big E ticket.
Cool. Great job, guys. Thanks for coming out to Ridestorm.
All right. Where do you want to go next?
Let me look at the list.
Yeah.
Why don't we just go down to the flat rides?
Danny Nicholson, we have an internet-friendly, not numbered list, but it's still an internet-friendly list.
Yeah. It's very, it's how we keep them engaged. Number 2, Mean Bean Machine.
Okay, this is more on me, and it's very, very simple. It's just going to be an indoor, like those indoor kind of wipeout style flat rides.
Yeah.
It's going to be like that, except there's going to be some mean beans off to the sides, and there's going to be a big Eggman animatronic in the center.
Okay, that works. Which Eggman? Modern Eggman or Robotnik Eggman?
Classic, like Sonic 1 Eggman.
That's the spirit.
And maybe in the queue we can have touchscreen Mean Bean Machine mini games.
Yeah, I think
that's like maybe like simplified versions of Puyo Pop, essentially.
Yeah. It's a good game. I think that would work really well. There isn't really
any other ideas for like what the inside of the actual Mean Bean Machine would look like?
Very purple. Very like I don't know, just like mechanical things, like big cogs and like gears.
Yeah, totally. I'm kind of thinking like a steampunk, but more on the punk side of things, if that makes sense.
Yeah, maybe like some tubes to be like processing, stuff like that. Sort of tight inside.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Maybe there could be like 2 different chambers for capacity.
Yeah, I could do that.
All right.
Fun. Yeah.
I will go ahead and give you the reins on Sonic Spinball.
Yeah, number 4, Sonic Spinball. Who spins fast?
It is an internet-friendly numbered list.
Yeah.
All right.
So Sonic Spinball.
Why
not? This one again is pretty straightforward. We were talking about it would be an indoor attraction, I think. Was this in the casino?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we forgot to talk about that, so we can talk about that after.
Okay.
So it's going to be in the casino area. And we were talking about basing it off of the Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters bumper cars that used to be at Disney Quest. And for those who don't know, the bumper cars. But each bumper car seats 2 people. The bumper cars are also like in a cage, so you like sit in like a weird cage, and you drive around as you do in a bumper car, and you pick up balls that are like thrown around the whole like ride area, and your partner who's not driving puts those balls into a big gun that's attached to your bumper car, and you shoot them at the other cars. And if you hit the other bumper car, the car that got hit spins for like 2 or 5 seconds or something like that. So we figured it'd be unique. It's a really cool ride system that I've only ever seen at Disney Quest. I don't know if it's something that was ever done anywhere else. It's obviously closed now. So it'd be cool to bring that back. The spinning makes sense for Spinball. The balls make sense for Spinball, so we have both the spin and the ball. And then,
so do you think there'd be a way to essentially make the whole arena into a very like pinball table-esque setting?
Yeah, we were talking about that, like throwing in like some obstacles and stuff to look like bumpers or
and stuff. Yeah,
stuff like that. We can't do too much. Like we can't have like lanes or anything like that. I think that
I don't think any animatronics.
No, I wouldn't say so. But we could have like a big like fake back glass.
Totally.
It's like displaying pinball stuff as you play.
But the idea is basically like we're in a pinball table and there's a big multi-ball going on.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty straightforward.
Yeah, pretty straightforward. Not too much to say, but I thought it was.
But let's talk about the Eggman Casino, though.
Yeah, we were gonna have a. I don't know how big it was gonna be, but we were gonna have an indoor area.
Pretty significant. Like I would say, maybe about a third of the land in total.
Oh, okay, that large. Okay.
Well, just because it's like I feel like there's you need to have that. You need to have probably the biggest dining experience in the land.
Yeah.
Probably an arcade if we're being honest.
Yeah. There are Sonic arcade games. There's that really famous one. Well, the famous one. It got more famous a few years ago.
But more importantly, I think Casino Night Zone is probably my all-time favorite Sonic theme. I just think that casinos and pinball and stuff like that it's perfectly into the Sonic aesthetic, and it works really well for the speed.
Yeah, and it's super recognizable. So
totally,
I think it would work really well. I think like that and Green Hill Zone are probably the 2 most recognizable.
I agree, but a great thing about that, and this is where we get into kind of like a thesis statement of this whole land, which fits into the park. And honestly, I feel like we kind of lucked into this. I feel like Sonic is not like, it's not really aiming to be like some deep conservation message, right? Yeah. But I feel like for the themes of Animal Kingdom, having a casino that's kind of like, sort of drawing resources away from Green Hill Zone mixed with the conflict of Green Hill Zone, like what we could do with Green Hill Zone 2. I honestly don't think there should be a lot of interactive elements. I've been thinking about this. I think we should more focus on kinetics than interactive stuff. I think the interactive stuff should mostly be like, anything in the rides, like the dueling on Sonic and Knuckles and the spinball stuff.
I agree, just because it would be too derivative of Nintendo.
I agree. Yeah. It's like, because I was kind of thinking of like a collect 100 rings challenge.
Yeah, we were talking about that, but I definitely agree that it's not the way to go. Yeah.
But I think a cool way to do it, though, is to have like kind of like the, like the robot enemies and see woodland creatures kind of turned into Eggman's army.
Yeah, and I mean, we can have those, I don't know what they're called, like those weird pods from the end of the levels in Sonic 1.
Totally, yeah. And just the whole land is very kinetic in that regard.
No, absolutely.
So, all right, let's see. What else do we have to talk about? Well, I guess now that we're at the Eggman Casino, do we want to talk about anything else? Like, do we want to flesh out any of the other ideas there?
No, I don't really think there's too much to flesh out. I mean, the Eggman Casino is an Eggman Casino.
Theme Park Priest likes the different loops, the different direction loops. I agree. I think it's a really cool way to go about it for sure.
No, totally. I mean, Sonic Spinball, I think we took it about as far as we could. And the arcade, like, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, we could even make it like a Sega arcade. Those are actually...
Or maybe, what about like a Dave and Buster's sort of thing?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I mean, like a Sega arcade.
And then Spinball would maybe be like, how would we separate the Spinball from the rest of the arcade if we are going kind of like a Dave and Buster's sort of like combined like sports bar with an arcade that's pretty free roam?
I don't know if we should combine the restaurant with it. Personally, I don't know. I don't think it's like a sports bar type place would really fit in that area, in that like theming.
Okay.
Or aesthetic rather. I would put, so if the room was square, I would put a Sonic Spinball in like the back middle of the room.
Okay.
So against the back wall, but still in the middle. And then just arcades surrounding it, maybe an eatery in the front corner. Like I said, maybe like a Sega arcade. Up until last year, those were very big in Japan. Sega just sold its stock in arcade ownership or operations. So I think that's going to change. But there are a lot of Sega arcade games, and Sega is still pretty recognizable as an arcade operator. So I think it would make a lot of sense for a Sonic Land.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Where to go to next?
We forgot a flat ride. We have a Big the Cat's Aquatopia.
Oh my god, yeah, okay. What number is that though?
Ooh, that's number 5?
Yes. All right. Yeah. You passed the test.
Thank you. I've been keeping track. Number 5, Big the Cat's Aquatopia.
Indeed.
Yeah.
All right.
Again, pretty straightforward. It's like Aquatopia Disney Sea, where it's the trackless, but it's on top of water, so it looks like you're floating on water. And you helped Big the Cat find Froggy. And you
You're
go
absolutely
around.
Right. It's going to be an amazing time, isn't it?
It's probably going to be the best ride in the land, and he talks to you.
No doubt. I mean, it's not even a question.
Yeah. Big the Cat is my favorite Sonic character. And he's frequently at the top of lists for like the best, most badass Sonic character. So I think it makes sense to put him in here, and especially Froggy. Froggy is deceptively strong. He doesn't look strong, but his power levels are significantly higher than even that of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh my god!
I think it's a really natural choice. I think it makes a lot of sense. But where is this going to be, Tiki? You don't know because I just decided this. It's going to be. I would say it should be in like its own little corner next to number 6, the Chow Garden restaurant.
Yes, I agree that placing it near the Chow Garden would be a good idea.
Yeah. And I know you don't agree with this, but I think a restaurant makes the most sense for the Chow Garden.
I was kind of picturing it more as kind of like a almost like a nocturne alley style, like something that you just kind of come across and you're like, oh look, little chows. How nice.
I think the Chow Garden is well known enough that it could support a restaurant, and Cream is like a support character in the sense of like being supportive. I mean, in being a support character,
right?
So I think like she would be a good host for someplace like a restaurant. So I think a Chow Garden makes sense. I was picturing something like a Grecian Gardens aesthetic, and then a bunch of chows everywhere, and it could be indoor, outdoor. That might be a little difficult for Florida, but we could try it, I guess. So just have like a weird like grassy, serene area with this Big the Cat ride, and then the Chow Garden restaurant, which would be like the big restaurant of Green Hill Zone.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah. No, I'm trying to.
We're
number.
Going quite.
I know we are.
Yeah, quickly.
Do you have anything else to say about the Chow Garden?
Honestly, not really. The Chow Garden isn't. The Chow Garden I know is something that a ton of people have a lot of nostalgia for. I personally don't. Like, I always thought it was kind of like more of a distraction, but.
No, that's fair. You told me to look for menu stuff. Couldn't really find anything. I was talking to you yesterday about like putting egg in a lot of foods, but I know you didn't really want that.
Well, just because I have egg allergies.
No, yeah, so you wouldn't be able to eat anywhere. I think it makes because there isn't really any Sonic food other than chili dogs, which we'll get to later. There's just not a ton of Sonic the Hedgehog food, where I feel like Mario's a bit easier to make a restaurant for.
Do you know what when I wake up, the first thing I do is?
You eat a big bowl of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Eggs!
Yeah.
When I look around for something to do. Exactly. Yeah. All right, I'm done.
Stop that. When I wake up, I have a big bowl of blue Sonic the Hedgehog curry.
Oh, God. Oh, the Sonic the Hedgehog curry. It haunts my nightmares.
I looked for it. I couldn't find it. I was so disappointed. I think I missed it. Because it was for the 30th anniversary, which would have been last year.
Yeah.
I could not find it for the life of me. Anyway, there's not a lot of Sonic the Hedgehog food, so it's not quite as easy as coming up with Nintendo food.
No, totally.
So we kind of drew a blank, but the most I got was thrown eggs and stuff because they have Eggman, and he's an Eggman.
He's an Eggman.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe like
Theme Park Priest throws out 5 dozen eggs.
Yeah, that could be a dish. That could be really good.
When I was a lad, I had 5 dozen eggs.
Yeah. You know, Super Nintendo World has a Princess Peach cake. Sonic the Hedgehog Land has 5 dozen eggs.
Why not?
Yeah. It works really well. Anyway, next, number 7, we have the Walk Around Eggman Streetmosphere.
All right. I have some ideas for this.
Okay.
I think it's going to be the Jim Carrey version.
Oh, that makes sense.
And we're going multiverse.
Okay.
This is literally the only time where we're going to do it. Yeah. I feel like the rest of the land should be strictly like, you know, if the most modern the land should be is like, you know, the introduction of Knuckles with Sonic 3, right? And then also, you know, I guess some elements of adventure too.
Yeah.
But Jim Carrey, Eggman, is the thing that doesn't belong. He's like the Multiverse of Madness equivalent of it all. And he freaking knows it. And I think that would be so fun to play around with.
Yeah, I think he makes the most sense. Because it's kind of hard.
I just think he makes the most sense as far as like how to accomplish a walk around character.
Exactly. Like Eggman's design is really hard to translate to like a costume character, especially actually any of them really, even like modern.
They're all hard to, yeah.
Yeah. So Jim Carrey's super recognizable. That version of Robotnik rather super recognizable. So I definitely agree that it would make a lot of sense.
All right.
Do we want any other walk around? We could have Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Like, how would a Sonic the Hedgehog walk around work exactly?
They already have Sonic the Hedgehog walk around characters. He would walk around and he would say, "Gotta go fast," and he would say, "Oh, does anyone have a chili dog? Maybe." And then he would say, "Oh, look out! It's Eggman. Eggman's here."
Okay, yeah. But I'm saying visually, how would you do it?
I'm pretty sure they've done one. Let me look.
Have they? Like one that can actually like talk and everything?
Oh, not talk.
Because I'm saying like you're spouting out all these catchphrases and stuff.
No, I'm kidding. I don't know. Well, you could Mario talks in Super Nintendo World.
I know.
But I don't think his mouth moves.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. It might move. I know his eyes blink. Sonic would be a little bit harder to have blinking eyes because of the way the eyes are designed.
I agree.
But I mean, theoretically, it's possible. Yeah, I would just say like have them walk around. Like, I think the technology is pretty easy to get them to talk.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't really know how it works, but I know it exists, and I know it's pretty low tech as far as I'm aware.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but you could do Sonic, you could do Tails. I wouldn't do Knuckles because he's a leggy boy. So that I don't know, like his torso's too small where it
I
wouldn't really
agree. I
translate.
agree.
Probably do Amy if you really wanted to. Honestly, a lot of them you could do. Yeah, so I would definitely do like as many walk around characters as we could.
Mhm.
Big the Cat is another one that's pretty easy.
Big the Cat would be really easy, just as like a
Yeah,
traditional, like, like mask character.
exactly. Yeah, because he's so like wide, it wouldn't
Yeah,
be too
yeah, for
hard.
sure, for sure.
Yeah, I think it's worth doing some.
I
Um,
agree.
yeah, especially I don't know. I feel like a lot of people would want to get their pictures taken with Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. Maybe Tails too.
Yeah, no, I mentioned Tails. I think he would
Uh-huh.
that'd make a lot of sense.
Because I feel
There
like
are
Tails overall is kind of a little bit underrepresented in this land.
yeah, I definitely agree. There are Sonic the Hedgehog costume walk around characters.
I agree. I mean,
Um,
I don't doubt it.
they look pretty old. There's also one for the movie, but the old version of the movie. And
Uh
that's frightening. Uh,
huh.
but yeah, no Tails. Everyone except for Knuckles, basically.
Uh huh.
I mean, I guess we could make Knuckles. I'm sure there's ways to do it. So, point being, walk around characters, all of them, and then live action Eggman or Robotnik because it's the movie.
All right. So what's next on our internet-friendly numbered list?
What is next? Number 8, Sonic Underground Stage Show. This is your deal. So
Oh, this is my deal. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So if we're gonna have walk-around characters, anyways, we might as well incorporate that technology into a stage show. You mentioned there's a band that does all the Sonic music.
Yeah, Crush 40.
Yeah. So just have them write a bunch of songs. That's basically like for a fictitious band that exists within the Sonic Underground cartoon. Have it be kind of like a dingy, sort of like subway station type vibe with a bunch of graffiti everywhere. Give it a real punk rock aesthetic. I feel like this will be definitely like the main stage show of the land. I don't know. I think it'd be a lot of fun. I feel like Sonic Underground is one of the most beloved pieces of Sonic, at least as far as the animated shows go. So yeah, I definitely think that it would be a pretty worthwhile endeavor.
Actually, I'm just realizing it's not as beloved as you think it is. It's definitely
Really?
recognizable. Yeah, a lot of people hate Sonic Underground. I didn't realize that either. I was reading something like a year or two ago about
That's honestly surprising to me.
I remember it being okay, the few episodes I did watch.
I'm just saying, I remember people have a lot of nostalgia for it.
I don't know.
Huh. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Regardless, I just think it'd make a fun show. I just really like the idea of like, you've seen the original Ninja Turtles live action movie, right?
No, I haven't actually.
Oh, okay. So
I mean,
Shredder has a hangout for his Foot Clan of teenagers, and it's essentially like a skate park with a that's kind of built into a like an abandoned subway station or something, I think.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the vibe that I want to go with for this theater.
Okay. No, that works.
And I just think it kind of like it showcases the punk rock attitude of Sonic really well.
Yeah.
Definitely, there's nothing that'll put it into like above PG as far as the actual content goes.
Yeah, and it's a good way to display that Sonic the Hedgehog music.
Totally.
Yeah, because it's so recognizable, and generally, it's really good for the most part.
Yeah, Theme Park Priest. You remember the Foot Clan hideout, right? That skate park with the arcade and everything.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm pretty sure Crush 40 has done all the music since Adventure.
Okay, what's next on our internet-friendly numbered list?
Who's next? Number 9. Blue Blur. That's the snack stand.
Oh, okay. Is this the chili dogs? Oh, no, no, no,
No,
no.
this is the one where everything's blue.
Okay, this is very simple. You want blue popcorn, you got it. You want a blue slushy, we got that too.
They got it.
Let's see. You know, you want blue cotton candy. Here you go. Bada bing, bada boom.
It's all here and it's all blue.
You get the picture. I don't know. I feel like as a kid, I would freaking love that.
Yeah.
Very simple, but I feel like I always look for, as far as snacks go, I always look for creative comfort food.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Uh-huh.
And people, I don't know, I feel like Japanese style, like weird popcorn is starting to become popular in the US.
I agree. And I will say that the Japanese popcorn is or just the popcorn in general at Tokyo Disney is one of the, like, obviously besides the fact that it's the Oriental Land Company and they have all the money in the world.
Yeah.
And the budget and besides just the obvious things, just from a dining point of view, I think the popcorn is definitely one of the things that entices me the most.
Yeah, Universal does it too. I didn't get a chance to try any because the lines were always so long.
That sucks.
Because they also had like the seasonal like buns and stuff.
Right,
so
right. Yeah.
But it looked good. Like every stand has a different popcorn flavor.
Mm-hmm. Hey, what's next?
What is next? Number 10. This is perfect. We had exactly 10 things. A Sonic's chili dog stand.
I swear we didn't even plan it that way.
As everyone knows, the Bluebird Blur's favorite food is chili dogs. When he's got to go fast, he eats a few chili dogs to get his energy back. So we decided to pay homage to that by building a Sonic the Hedgehog chili dog stand. So this will serve chili dogs. And we talked about doing chili dog flavored chili, or at least chili flavored popcorn.
I would like the challenge of doing specifically chili dog flavored popcorn.
I mean, it's just adding more meat and cheese to it.
Whatever. I just feel like it would be gimmicky, you know?
Yeah. We were talking about doing that for like another snack stand. Like I mentioned earlier, that's like the sole Sonic the Hedgehog food.
I feel like we could go all out with some, much like the Blue Blur thing. I feel like we could go out with some creative takes on the comfort food.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like maybe like a mac and cheese chili dog.
Yeah, we can do chili fries.
There we go.
We could do chili onion rings.
Oh, I like that actually. That's
Sonic the Hedgehog collects.
Okay, what about chili onion rings where the chili is infused into the batter?
Yeah, no, that works.
That actually sounds really good.
Yeah,
oh, man.
It'll look really brown, but it'll be good.
They're just like those super thick onion rings.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry. Yeah. That's the end of our list. That's our Sonic the Hedgehog land.
Okay. Should we? You know what? I'm gonna nip it in the bud just because I feel like with that list that we did and having those 10 items, I just think it worked out well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't want to spoil a good thing.
Yeah.
And we were gonna have an off the cusp, like, hey, let's do a meme version.
I don't think that's wise.
I agree.
I'm worried I'll get too spicy, and I don't want to.
I am totally feeling you. We're on the same page. All right, so big thanks to Theme Park Priest for gracing us with his presence and also for suggesting it in the first place.
Yeah, totally.
I do think this is one of the better Ridestormins that we've done so far.
Really? Good.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to doing more.
Yeah, we definitely.
I don't know. I just think it was unique. I think it ended out being really solid as far as just it ended up really fitting into the park surprisingly well with the low-key conservation themes. I think the different districts suit the land pretty well. I'm surprised how cool I am with basically a roster of flat rides anchored by coasters and no real dark ride to speak of, but I think it works for the IP.
Absolutely.
All right. Let's see. And also thanks to LEB for popping up.
Yeah, totally.
The Park Priest says, well thought out by you guys. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Glad you enjoyed it. All right. Yeah. And definitely look for the poll. We had one suggestion from you know what, let me pull it up. 1 second.
Yeah, totally. Let me pull it up.
Well, I just want to give the credit where credit's due.
While we're waiting, I will tease the meme Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh God, yeah, just give us a little taste. Give it a little taste.
Make your own Sonic OC stations. You're gonna have Christian and the Hedgehog Boys live music. And that's as far as I'll go.
If you don't know what that is, don't Google it, please.
Don't look it up. Do not look it up.
Please, I beg you. Please don't.
It's very tame, but it'll bring you to a rabbit hole.
Yes, exactly.
No one should go down. But the video, as a video, is amazingly hilarious. But don't look it up.
Okay, so Wazhatter08, he said do an episode about 5 rides you want in the park and 5 you want gone from the parks. I am going to remedy this slightly, and I'm going to add it to the poll as basically for each of the Walt Disney World parks, we will have to take away an attraction and replace it.
Okay.
I feel like that'd be a fun thought experiment to kind of be like, all right, next on the chopping block, what's next to actually like turn into something? So.
And where is this poll, Tiki?
It'll be up on the community page probably tomorrow.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. The community page of the YouTube channel, which you gotta subscribe to.
Yeah.
That's
subscribe today.
I swear, that's literally the first time I've ever genuinely said that.
Really?
I have been so good about that, honestly.
Say it with me, Tiki. Make sure to smash that subscribe button and like the video. We really appreciate your engagement.
And don't forget to click that little bell icon for the notifications. Yeah. All right. Oh,
support us on Patreon.
We need to get a Patreon going, seriously. Yeah, that is something that I have been kind of dragging my feet on, just because I'm like, I don't want to ask for money, man. No, but I'm like, yeah, I feel like it'd be worth it in the long run, and I feel like we could easily like fulfill our goals if we set realistic goals for ourselves.
It's worth trying.
It is. All right. Anyways, that's, you guys don't care about the minutia of that. All right. Well, folks, the blue skies mean our work is done. But you better batten down the hatches, because there's another storm coming that'll be bigger. And that'll be a bigger and better ride than ever before. Remember, if you can dream it, you can do it. Yes, you can. You can.
Rolling around at the speed of sound. Places to go.
Sonic Heroes. Sonic Heroes.
This is a big old